But I knew it was going to be a tough game for us because I've seen VMI and their record doesn't indicate I think how good they're going to be this year. They just have so many weapons. They were down their best player hadn't played yet. Was all conference player last year. So they're a team that I have a lot of respect for, and you can see why. They shoot the ball well. They can spread the floor, and they really challenged our defense. They really challenged us having a guard because of their ability to put five guys out there on the floor that can really shoot it from the perimeter. So I was really happy for our guys, especially after the first 10, 12 minutes after we settled in a little bit. I was really proud of the defensive effort and just really being aware of what we had to do to get stops.
Coach, you guys have been able to out-rebound your opponents in every game except for one this year. What does that say about the identity of this team?
Well, we want our identity to be defending and rebounding, and I know we've been able to shoot the ball, but that's been our identity is for us to be successful with. You have to find ways to win, and the way you can do that most consistently is to guard and to rebound the ball. And I thought we did again tonight. When shots weren't falling and it wasn't our best shooting night, I thought we did a really good job of pursuing rebounds and making the extra plays that are needed to still be successful.
You mentioned the perimeter shooting that gave VMI that early advantage. Do you feel like that with the shots not falling, your team was able to adjust well even when shots weren't falling there at the beginning?
No, definitely, and you're going to be in games like that. Every night's not going to be a night where the shots falling like you want to. So it's what else do you do out there to win? You can't let that be the excuse. We didn't make shots. You have to still find ways to be successful. And I thought our guys were able to do that. And I think it's a great moment for us to be able to teach our guys from this game because we weren't making them like we had been most of the year. So what else do you do to be successful? You have to find ways to still score. You have to find ways to still get stops. And I thought our guys threw themselves into that and didn't get consumed with the fact that the shots weren't going.
Coach, your ball club has a lot of gentlemen who can score the ball. Each game it might be a different leading scorer. Today it was Stillwell. Talk about his contribution. He hit the glass, he made shots, and he ran the floor.
You know what? He played to his strengths. Everybody has a role in our team, and what you see right there in the numbers are his role. Whether it's 20 points or whether it's 10. The main thing is that he brings a constant, defensive presence. He brings a constant rebounding presence on both sides of the ball, offensively and defensively. And in those things, since I've been watching him, this preseason, practice or game. That's how he looks every single time he steps on the floor. So he's one of those players you kind of know what you're going to get from him every night. He's going to bring a certain level of intensity and a certain level of energy and effort to the game.
Coach, John Bowl is an interesting player. We've watched Manu, we've watched Bowl. This young fella has a tremendous ceiling. Talk about him as a player so far, developing and contributing to this ball club.
Well, I think he's done a really good job. I mean, tonight was one of those nights that was a difficult game for him because of the matchups. They can put five guys out there that can really shoot the three ball, and he's not used to guarding guys on the perimeter like that. I mean, those type of prolific shooters. So it was a challenge to play him, many more minutes than we were able to get him out there. But I thought when he was in the game, he did a good job for us. He rebounded the ball some. He finished around the basket. He got fouled, and so he did make a really good contribution. Probably in a little more limited minutes than he had played the last few games. But that's how it's going to be. It's going to be next man up who can help us be successful, and everyone has to be ready for their opportunity, and I think he'll be ready for his.
Coach, it was your 175th win all-time at UCF. Congratulations on the milestone, and what does it mean to you to be able to contribute that amount of wins to the program?
I'm just really, like I said, I love UCF first and foremost, and I'm proud to have, made my contribution. The university's been amazing to me for this entire decade, and so all I'm trying to do is, pay it forward and give back as much as I can by making everyone in our community, everyone at our university proud of UCF basketball and what we're able to do on and off the court. That's been my one goal since I've been here, and that hasn't changed, and hopefully I can get another 175 wins.
Coach, as the game went on, the team had more intensity, turning defense into offense. Did you say something to the team during a timeout in the second half, or was it more collectively as you everybody just turned up the pressure?
No, we knew we had to continue to ratchet up the pressure based on, our opponent, and we always say our strength is in our numbers, and so if you look at the amount of guys we played and you look at the minute distribution, we know if we can just play with the right type of intensity through 40 minutes, hopefully, we can try to weigh you down some and maybe get you to turn a few more balls over, speed you up, just disrupt you basically is what we're trying to do, with the ability to play the guys that we're capable of putting out there on the floor. And I thought our guys really, bought into that and did a good job of that tonight.
Coach, you talked about finding other ways to win. You guys ended up crashing the glass there with them getting more offensive rebounds than VMI got defensive rebounds. So just what were you seeing there and kind of keeping the T-Nets from getting possession there?
Well, it was important for us. We missed a lot of shots, so there were a lot of rebounding opportunities for us. And so our guys understand, like you're going to have nights, as I said before, where you're not going to make shots like you want to. So you have to make sure that you understand what's the next plays that are available and make the plays that are in front of you. And I thought our guys did a really good job of making the plays in front of us, especially, Jermichael had 10 of those offensive rebounds. That's incredible. So really proud of his overall effort and energy that he brought. And then, like I said, for them, I'm looking at what they were able to do. They had 16 boards. So, we have to do, as good as we did, rebound the basketball, we have to even be better because they were able to secure a number of rebounds, especially offensive rebounds against us as well.
Coach Towson comes in next week from the Baltimore area. Talk about that club, shifting gears, and so far what you see from them. Or what's the mentality going into that game?
I haven't seen Towson play yet. I'm a one game at a time guy, so I won't see Towson until this week because we threw everything we had into VMI, and now I'm gonna throw everything we have into Towson. I do know they're well coached. I do know they're a team that has some success, and I know it's gonna be, a very competitive game like they all are at this level, and we just need to make sure we're prepared for it.
Coach, the majority of your points came from the paint, but you were held to a 13.3% at the three line. Can you tell us a little bit what happened there?
It was one of the nights where balls weren't falling. I thought we had some good looks and some good opportunities and rhythm, and it just didn't fall like they had been falling for most of the season for us. And that's to be expected. I mean, I try to tell our guys, you're not going to have nights, no matter how good a player you are, no matter how good a shooter you are, where it's always going to go in for you. That's why you have to understand, you have to hang your hat on defending and rebounding to be successful, so that when you have nights like this, you still give yourself a chance to win and can be successful in that regard. And I thought we gave ourselves a chance because we did the other things on the court that had nothing to do with us making threes tonight. And I'm just proud of our guys for understanding the importance of that, because we preach that all the time. But until you're in a game like this where the shots aren't falling, then you really realize the magnitude and how important it is to get extra possessions, to get offensive rebounds, to finish around the basket, all the things necessary to be successful.
Couple more.
Coach, you talked about how, you wanted your team to see your team limit under 50, ended up getting to 57 today. Just what do you end up seeing from your team defensively there?
I thought we gave a great defensive effort. I think throughout the game, I thought the first, like I said, 7 to 12 minutes, I thought, we had some mishaps defensively. We blew some assignments early, and I thought, but as the first half started to end and well into the second half, I thought we were way more locked into what we were trying to do, following our game plan, and I thought, we made it really difficult at that point, understanding, what we were trying to accomplish defensively.
With the just over a week off period before hosting Towson, you're on a 6-game winning streak now. How do you kind of keep the momentum going with this long period between the games?
Well, first we got to understand the most important thing for our guys right now is finishing up strong academically. During this time of year, holidays, which is great, it's festive time. But for us, understanding that the priority is finishing up strong academically. Guys will have finals, guys will have papers, guys will have tests. It's having our guys understanding that our standards don't change whether it's in the classroom or on the court. We want to have high standards everywhere, and so that's what we're going to be preaching this week. So if guys go miss some practices due to the fact that they have tests or due to the fact that they have, things they got to get done academically, that will be what we'll focus on. And so we'll make sure we try to get our guys together as much as we possibly can over this next week or two, but understanding that we want them to finish up strong academically as well as preparing as best we can for our next opponent.
Thanks, Coach.